Hi everyone, my name is Rhyn Heart Actub. Today, let's talk about the summary of the book Brave New World. Brave New World is a dystopian novel by English author Aldous Huxley, written in 1931 and published in 1932, largely set in a futuristic world state whose citizens are environmentally engineered into an intelligence-based social hierarchy. The novel anticipates huge scientific advancement in reproductive technology, sleep learning, psychological manipulation, and classical conditioning that are combined to make a dystopian society which is challenged by the story's protagonist. Brave New World is set in a future society called AF-632, where world controllers rule the world and ensure the stability of society through the creation of five-tiered caste system: Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, or Epsilon. The Alpha embryos are destined to become the leaders and thinkers of the world state, while the Beta, Gamma, Delta, and Epsilon embryos are destined to perform menial labor and the use of happiness-inducing drug called Soma. The story follows Bernard Marx, an alpha who doesn't fit in, and his romantic interest, Lenina Kron. They visit a savage reservation and encounter John, burned to a woman left on the reservations by the director. Bernard exposes the director's past and gains popularity, but his arrogance leads to a falling out. Bernard reconciles with John, while Lenina develops feelings for him. When John rejects Lenina's advances, she is spared from harm by a phone call. John's mother dies from Soma overdose, and he tries to incite a rebellion against the drug, but the Deltas, angered by his actions, and attack him. Meanwhile, Bernard and Helmholtz receive a phone call instructing them to go to the hospital. Helmholtz, intrigued, joins John in the midst of the mob, while Bernard, fearful of consequences, stays behind. In this scene, Bernard, Helmholtz, and John are brought before Mustafa Mon, who reveals himself to be an intellectual. Mustafa informs Bernard and Helmholtz that they are being sent to an island where societal outcasts reside, as they have become too individualistic for the current society. Meanwhile, John engages in a heated debate with Mustafa about the society's structure. John expresses his dissatisfaction with the regulation and suppression of history, religion, and science. Mustafa argues that these elements only lead to instability and unhappiness, while the society's design aims to maximize individual happiness. Despite Mustafa's reasoning, John continues to voice his objections. The climax occurs when Mustafa accuses John of seeking the right to be unhappy, to which John defiantly claims all the ills and evils of mankind. After being sent away to an island, Bernard and Helmholtz bid to farewell to John, who is not allowed to leave. Seeking solace and isolation, John flees to an abandoned lighthouse on the outskirts of London. There, he creates a small garden and engages in self-punishment, using a whip to assuage his guilt over his mother's death. His self-flagellation is witnessed by some Deltas, and soon reporters arrive to capture the spectacle. Despite his attempts to scare them away, the filming of his self-inflicted punishments attracts a growing crowd. Among the onlookers are Lenina and Henry Foster. Overwhelmed by anger and desire to break free from the society's conditioning, John sees Lenina and starts to beat her with a whip. The crowd soon begins to chant Orgy Porgy, a sensual hymn used to generate a feeling of oneness. John loses himself within the crowd and wakes up the next day. After taking Soma and engaging in the sensual dance of the hymn, he is overwhelmed with guilt and self-hatred. That evening, he is found dead in the lighthouse as he hung himself in an archway. Well, after reading this book, my learning of this is that the dystopian world portrayed in Brave New World serves as a powerful reminder that the presence of negative emotions, challenges, and personal growth are integral to the human experience. While the idea of a trouble-free existence may appear appealing, it is through facing difficulties, striving towards goals, and experiences the full range of emotions that we are able to develop as individuals, gain a deeper understanding of ourselves, and find true fulfillment. Embracing the journey, including its hardships, is essential for personal growth, introspection, and the sense of pride that comes with achieving one's objectives. And that's all. Thank you for watching. Bye!